going into the conversation. Passons à la conversation. Marianne, Larry, we are very pleased you to be here. You started Burning Man more than 25 years ago. How did it start? Comment Burning Man a commencé?
It's called radical self-expression. I called a friend one day in June and proposed that we build a man and burn him on the beach, and he asked me to repeat that, and I did, and that's what we did. We went down and set a man on fire, and our numbers doubled as soon as it was ignited. And I think, I always say, I think that the response of the strangers who we knew not inspired us to do it again. And that just, and then of course the rest is history.
So, j'ai été touché par l'expression radicale, par ce terme, et avec un ami on a décidé d'aller sur une plage et de brûler un homme en bois. C'est ce que ça représentait pour nous. Et il y a des personnes qu'on ne connaissait pas sur la plage, qui ont trouvé ça cool et qui ont demandé à ce qu'on répète l'expérience. Voilà comment ça a commencé. You want to?
Pourquoi Why?
Why a man?
Why a man?
Why a man?
Another woman.
Well, it's actually it isn't gender specific, you know. In its form today, it's not too broad at the shoulders. It's not too wide at the hip. It's androgynous. But why a man? Well, because it's something that everyone can immediately identify with. It hadn't been the burning toaster, I don't think that would have been as meaningful. In the first year, my partner and I both were single fathers. We had very young sons, and we took them with us, and they built the burning dog as we built the burning man. And but the dog didn't catch on. The man
did. Est-ce que ça va pour la traduction ou vous voulez qu'on reprenne
Super.
Pas besoin. Pour l'instant, je traduis pas, donc c'est au top, c'est ça?
Traduis.
Ah non, pardon, d'accord, il faut que je traduise. Pourquoi un man? Parce qu'on voulait quelque chose qui soit tout de suite compréhensible, visible, appropriable. C'était pas une question de genre. Et j'y allais avec mes enfants qui ont travaillé sur un projet de chien. Et finalement, on est resté sur l'homme. Thank you about the story, Larry. When we are talking about Burning Man, we are talking about 10 key principles, which are the architecture of this temporary autonomous zone. How did you decide to have this principle, and how did you select them? Comment est-ce que, à côté de Burning Man, il y a aussi les 10 principes de vivre ensemble? Comment est-ce que vous avez pensé à ces 10 principes et les avez mis en place? Want to answer? Marianne? No. Larry.
Because people had come to the event for several years, and they'd gone back to where they lived, and they wanted to keep being the way they were at Burning Man back home. And to do that, they looked around for other people who, like all of you, who'd been to the event, and they wanted to create that spirit by doing things together, because Burning Man's about doing things, and there was just this wave of sentiment that reached us at the center.
Sorry.
That people wanted something that they could that would help them communicate about it with one another, talk about it, and in talking about it, it would help them to do things together, and. So my colleagues told me to write something, and I went to Mexico, and I came back, and I walked into the room and said, I have the 9 principles. And they said, shouldn't there be 10? So I wrote the 10th principle, you all know that within the Burning Man community, people aren't eager to follow what's told to them by the authorities. You know, but in this instance, since it was their very desire that had called them up, they all throughout all these communities, people just inhaled them as by one breath, and so that leads me to believe, and the history since then convinces us that they actually describe those actions that give rise to that spirit. And that's what they are. They don't prescribe, they don't tell you what to do, but they do describe those actions by which we manifest what we are.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
So, donc, après plusieurs années, la communauté des burners était très heureuse de vivre ce TAS le temps d'une semaine, mais quand ils revenaient chez eux, ils avaient envie de continuer à vivre dans cette atmosphère, à agir, à pouvoir restituer, parler, communiquer autour de ce qu'ils vivaient sur place. Et donc Larry s'est dit peut-être qu'il faut que j'écrive quelque chose. Et il est parti au Mexique et en marchant il a imaginé 9 principes. Et son équipe de 10 c'était quand même plus rond quoi. Et du coup il en a trouvé 10. Ces principes c'est pas une autorité qu'on s'impose. Elles sont là pour aider les personnes à mieux vivre, prendre conscience de ce qui est en train de se passer quand on est sur la...
En fait, l'idée qui ressort ici, c'est que c'est pas des règles qui sont imposées aux gens, c'est que c'est une description de ce qu'ils sont vraiment en train de faire dans un Burning Man. C'est plus pour pouvoir illustrer pour le monde extérieur ce qui s'y passe vraiment.
Merci.
I wanted to add something related to the history and the regional, the purpose for the 10 principles. The part of the history that I think is important to express is that in 1997, we started the event in 1986 on a beach in San Francisco. And in 1990, it moved to the desert. It became an overnight event. It started off 4 nights, and now it is 8 nights. And in 1997, we had our own internal crisis, and we needed help from others. And people came to us as the internet was coming to life, asking to find other people that had been to Burning Man in their towns. And that was the beginning of what we call the network, the regional network. And in the very beginning, in 1997, it was New York and Austin, Texas. And actually, there was there was an American girl in Barcelona, and there was someone in Canada. And from 97 until 2004, all these different people had to figure out how to reproduce Burning Man. And we got tired of telling everybody over and over again. And that was the purpose of the 10 principles, was to take all of the questions that had been asked, all of the things that we needed to express that were similar. And the 10 principles came from that need in 2004 to help develop the worldwide network.
Thank you. Burning Man a commencé sur les plages de San Francisco en 86. En 90, ils sont allés dans le désert. C'est passé d'une soirée à 2 soirées, puis 4 soirées, puis 8 nuits. En 97, il y a eu des premières difficultés en interne et ils ont demandé aux burners de les aider. Grâce à la force d'Internet, des premiers liens ont pu se créer avec d'autres villes, New York, Houston, très éloignées, jusqu'à même Barcelone. Et un réseau a commencé à vivre en dehors de la semaine. Il y a beaucoup de gens qui avaient envie de mieux comprendre ce qui s'y passait. Et pour arrêter d'avoir à chaque fois à réexpliquer Larry et Marianne se sont dit on va formaliser des principes qui permettront aux gens de mieux comprendre ce qui se passe et de aussi du coup partager plus largement les valeurs de Burning Man. Thank you to describe what is Burning Man as organizers, but you are also member of the community. Personally, Larry, Marianne, what would be your very present emotion related to Burning Man? What is your thought about, or your souvenir, or your memory, good memory of Burning Man as a member, as a participant?
It's hard. I could answer the question in a number of different ways. I could answer why do I do it? But one of the things that jumps into my mind when people ask me is the experience of being on the desert when there's no lights but the stars and the mountains, and then 2 weeks later you can ride your bike half a mile away from all the people and you see lights and there's 60,000 people there with all the colors and it's beautiful.
Thank you. Je pourrais répondre à cette question de plein de manières différentes. Une qui me vient, c'est l'expérience que j'ai quand je suis dans le désert, avec ce paysage, ce ciel, et quand je prends mon vélo, que je m'éloigne de quelques kilomètres, et que je vois toutes les lumières de cette ville éphémère, où sont représentées toutes les couleurs et une grande diversité. Thank you, Marianne.
Et c'est beau.
Et c'est beau.
60,000 people.
60 000 personnes qui œuvrent à ça. Larry, would you have a personal memory?
I don't know. I was doing Burning Man before, well before the project. When I was 12 years old, I would talk all the at school. I would talk the teachers into letting me do things, and with others, recruit people to make scenery and usually do something subversive in the process, and then explain it to the adults so that they would, accept that. It's essentially the work. My belief is that Sigmund Freud said this. He said there is no true happiness in life except for the realization of a childhood wish. And Burning Man is in that sense, Burning Man, I wished for Burning Man since I could remember. I just didn't know what it was.
Thank you. Pour répondre à cette question, en fait déjà à l'école, je tannais mes profs pour faire des choses et pour embrigader d'autres camarades pour faire des choses jusqu'à ce qu'ils acceptent, et des choses qui pouvaient être subversives. Et cette dynamique-là, elle a continué aussi avec Burning Man, sans que je sache qu'on était en train de faire Burning Man. Il y a une phrase marquante pour moi de Sigmund Freud qui dit qu'il n'y a pas de plus grande joie que la réalisation d'un rêve d'enfant. Et c'est un peu ça qu'on fait avec Burning Man. Thank you. If you can quote Nietzsche and Zarathustra, it would be easier for me next time. Thank you. So, you mentioned that Burning Man is a network now, with people from around the world coming to Black Rock City. How do you consider this decentralized movement, all this community from around the world doing things with this common vision? Donc il y a un mouvement décentralisé de plein de burners qui essayent de faire des choses, ou d'autres créatifs culturels qui essayent de faire des choses. Comment est-ce qu'ils voient ce mouvement de décentralisation?
I'm sorry, my jet lag's pretty bad today. The third day of jet lag. I guess when we talked about the decentralization question, I think there's two really important things that are happening for us. One is our capacity to have people in Black Rock City, in that desert, is the desire for people to be there goes beyond our capacity. We have room for 60 to 80,000, maybe 80, 90,000 people. So we need to help the rest of the world bring Burning Man to their lives. And the regionals are 160 different regional groups around the world.
How many, sorry? How many?
160. So do you want to?
I don't know, you can go on now, really.
So there was 160 locations around the world with teams of people bringing Burning Man to their daily lives. And that's now more important for me and for us than Black Rock City is visiting and sharing and helping the local community get what they need to bring Burning Man into the world, everywhere.
Thank you. En fait, Burning Man, c'est bien sûr une expérience qui se passe dans le désert où 60 000 personnes viennent vivre une expérience au-delà de leur capacité, vivre quelque chose de très fort. Mais Burning Man, c'est aussi la vie de ces gens au-delà du désert. Et il y a plein d'autres gens qui vivent autour de ces valeurs sans être allés forcément à Black Rock City. Et précisément, nous, notre mission, ou ce qui est important pour nous maintenant, c'est de faire vivre ces valeurs partout dans le monde. Il y a 160 groupes locaux qui existent partout dans le monde et qui essayent de faire vivre Burning Man là où ils sont, à un niveau local.
Il y a un élément, c'est que ça va être limité à un moment à 100 000 personnes. Ils ne pourront jamais avoir plus que ça. Donc il faut que Burning Man se développe partout dans le monde. Et donc pour ça, ils veulent rencontrer tous les contacts régionaux et ces 160 endroits dans le monde qui veulent avoir Burning Man pour les aider à mettre en place Burning Man là où ils sont.
Est-ce que je peux demander au groupe local France de se lever pour qu'on vous identifie? Can I just ask to the team? Pardon. Oh, sorry, Andy. Jean-Baptiste was explaining also, adding the comments that we will go up to maybe 100,000 people on the desert, but it will be a maximum number. So we will have also to decentralize to open the door to as many people as possible. And I was just asking to the local French team to stand up in order to be identified.
Okay.
Could you? Marc, Vincent, Jean-Baptiste, juste pour qu'on vous voit.
I was going to ask you guys for that too. There's your local, the group that organizes things here locally, Laura.
Aujourd'hui, on est 9 dans le bureau des French Burners. Après, qu'est-ce que ça veut dire être French Burners ou pas French Burners on s'en fiche un petit peu. Ce qui compte, c'est qu'on fasse des choses qu'on aime. Voilà.
Merci Vincent. We don't pay a cheat to who is in or out. We are just involved to do things and make things happen. Thank you, Vincent. Last question for me. What about the future? What is maybe sometime we heard about the Burning Man project? Could you describe and why you are here and what would be the next step for your project?
Well, we've decided until now, as it would be like what has happened with the event in America. And that people will go home and they won't want to stop being the way they were there. They'll want to do things together with a purpose, with something transcendent at the center, with all these values that the 10 principles at least describe. And they will find 1 million, 10 million applications. Our message to everyone out there is, people talk about applications, apps, on your cell phone, be your own app. We're not going to feed you the app. We'll just help everybody work together so that down to the scale of everyday life, in terms of the relationships you have with the people you see every day in the world, you will be able to engender those worlds with meaningful endeavor. And this goes way beyond a party. What we're purposing to do is to engender in the 21st century a way of life. So.
Burning Man repose à l'origine sur une initiative privée. On était 6 associés pendant des années. Et on a décidé de placer le projet dans une organisation à but non lucratif, une association, une ONG. Maintenant, au-delà de ça, c'est important pour nous que les valeurs se diffusent plus largement. Ces 10 principes dont on a parlé, en fait, sont des éléments clés pour vivre autrement, faire des choses autrement. Les participants ont envie de pouvoir se réapproprier ces principes et organiser aussi à un niveau local leur propre événement. Et quand on pense à cette pollinisation, on ne pense pas que à des fêtes, on pense à des changements de paradigme plus importants et on se projette à 100 ans, à l'impact que ça peut avoir sur les 100 prochaines années. Et c'est assez libérateur d'ailleurs de penser sur ces horizons de temps au-delà de son temps de vie propre. Et de ce point de vue-là, ces principes, je vous invite chacun à vous les approprier pour être, pour faire, pour construire avec d'autres. Construisez votre propre application, un peu comme sur un téléphone. Jouez avec ces principes pour faire l'application qui vous va bien, être l'application qui vous va bien. À travers cette dynamique, on espère, on souhaite, on veut proposer un autre mode de vie pour le XXIe siècle. Thank you. So we are like 25 minutes together now to open the conversation more widely. So on va avoir 25 minutes maintenant pour jouer un jeu de questions-réponses avec la salle. Je vais faire circuler un micro. Est-ce que je peux juste demander qui a déjà une question pour qu'on se rende compte de la volumétrie?
I wanted to add one more thing also. We started a company to produce the event because we needed control. But once the company started creating the culture, we had to create a nonprofit in order for it to move beyond being owned by people, but really being owned by everybody, the spirit. So it's something that many different groups go through. They start companies and they move to nonprofits. Many groups, Burning Man groups, and we're doing the same thing.
Thank you. Je veux juste repréciser, on a commencé par être une entreprise, parce qu'on avait besoin de produire cet événement, de contrôler que tout se passe bien. Et pour le développement et la pollinisation de Burning Man en tant que valeur, on est on a ouvert aussi une association, et c'est le cas de pas mal de projets qui partent d'une entreprise vers l'ONG.
It won't be a normal non-profit.
Ça ne sera pas qu'une association normale. Do you want to describe or make a noise? Okay. The one who have to understand will understand. Okay. Pardon, c'était. Merci. Alors, est-ce que juste avant de, je vais faire circuler le micro, si vous pouvez dire qui vous êtes et puis votre question. Merci.
Hey, so my name is Go Animo. I come from the land of acid and banks. That is Switzerland. So I want to know, how do you measure your wealth, Mr. Larry?
Est-ce que tu veux traduire en français ta question?
Comment mesures-tu ta fortune?
How do you measure your wealth? What is wealth for you and how do you measure your own wealth?
I measure it in terms of the quality of my relationships with other people. You know, I didn't get into this kind of work for the money. I would have been a lunatic if I had. So, you know, as long as things around me mean a lot, then I'm happy. As long as there's meaning in the air and my heart remains open and other people communicate that way, then I'm a happy guy. It really is that. I think it's that simple for everyone. People are neurotic. They think they need a lot. They're afraid what they have will be taken away. But really, I think that people just want to be. When they forget how to, or weren't taught how to, then they resort to lusts of one kind, and their appetites grow monstrous and distended. But that's not. I don't think all people are good. I think people can be very naughty indeed. But I think it's really as simple as that. People want to be. And so we've got to find ways to be together, that's all. That's my belief.
Alors, je vais traduire la réponse. Merci Larry. Donc pour moi, ma richesse, c'est la qualité des relations que j'entretiens avec les personnes que je rencontre. Si jamais j'avais voulu faire de l'argent, ça aurait été totalement différent et je serais devenu fou. Ce qui est important pour moi, c'est de nourrir qui je suis, ce que je fais, les rencontres que je construis de sens. Et finalement, c'est quelque chose d'assez simple de ne plus être dans l'avoir et de se concentrer sur le fait d'être. Certaines personnes peuvent être épris d'accumulation, d'avoir, de propriété, et même avoir peur que certains leur prennent ce qu'ils ont. Et de ce point de vue-là, certaines personnes peuvent devenir méchantes quand elles sont dans ces attitudes ou considérations-là. Moi, ma croyance, c'est qu'on est plus heureux à être. Thank you.
If you had to give us a lesson about how Burning Man changed you in your life, both of you, what would be this lesson?
Burning Man actually definitely taught me about collaboration more than anything. And it taught me about how valuable it is to want to work with other people. My childhood upbringing was very focused, and you do this, you do this, you do this. But Burning Man, it's a more we, and I need the help of others more than I ever anticipated.
Thank you. Donc l'enseignement principal que je retire de Burning Man, c'est autour de la coopération, à la fois dans la valeur que ça a de faire les choses avec les autres et son importance. Je venais de schémas où il fallait être très focalisé, toi tu fais ça, toi tu fais ça, toi tu fais ça. Et avec Burning Man, je me suis rendu compte de la valeur de faire quelque chose autour du nous, que c'était plus efficace et plus intéressant. Thank you.
Let me add one more part to that. I would say that it's a very transformative experience to realize that you think it's your job and you think you have to figure it out, when suddenly you realize you'll figure it out much better and more deeply if you go and seek the advice of others. And I absolutely learned that from Burning Man.
Thank you, Maria. En fait, parfois on a un boulot à faire, on pense que c'est son truc à faire, sa responsabilité, et on s'investit vachement à faire ça. Et en fait, moi, je me suis rendu compte qu'aller demander de l'aide et des conseils autour de moi pour que ces personnes m'aident à la réalisation de mon action, ça avait beaucoup plus de valeur. Et ça marchait mieux.
Hi, my name is Max, and I live in Paris, and this year will be my 5th Burn. First, I'd like to thank you for being here, and it's really very interesting and touching. The ear is big, it's very deep. Thank you. 2 questions, maybe one for Larry and one for Marianne. First one is, which one of the 10 principles is the 10th principle that was not on the original list?
That's a good one.
And the other question is, what happens when the first regional event becomes bigger in terms of number of participants than Burning Man?
Est-ce que tu veux traduire tes questions en français?
Ouais, la première question, c'est lequel des 10 principes est le 10e principe, hein, qui n'était pas sur la liste originale. Et l'autre question, c'est qu'est-ce qui se passe quand le premier événement lié à Burning Man, mais qui n'est pas Burning Man, devient plus gros que Burning Man.
Oh, the 10th principle, that was immediacy, the last. It's my favorite, and the least favorite, generally, but my favorite. Can I say something about getting bigger? The people, in popular experience, people see things get bigger only to become denatured. Only to become diluted, only to become products that are sold to people. They're not articles of culture anymore, they're fashion trends. But I think that there's a kind of a folklore in our world of mass culture that just says there's just this terrible number when you reach it, and it's too many people, and it'll be massified. It'll turn into mass culture and be made unreal, just marketed to us. But that isn't true. But before now, in human history, there have been thriving civilizations consisting of hundreds and thousands of people. They were united by culture. You know, it isn't about the numbers. That's silly. It's about the quality of relationships between people. It's about the interaction of people in society, and how that doesn't necessarily put a size limitation on things. We're heading toward a city of about 100,000 people, perhaps. We'll have to design it so that people can form relationships better within it. You know, that's what we do. We're social engineers. It's one of our skills. And there isn't any magic number. Too big for what? I think people worry about that too much. Of course, you know, listen, 30 people in an angry mood without culture turn into a mob. That's too many people. But with that, with a sense of community, and values ordered by a culture, a way of life, then gracious, you could have many people together and only to produce grander things. And I say this in Paris, which is famous for grand things.
Thank you. Du coup, en fait... Sur la question du grand nombre, souvent, il y a des peurs qui sont liées à ça. Peur que Burning Man se dilue dans le grand nombre, dans la quantité, que ça devienne un produit de masse, juste un support marketing de nouvelles tendances, de mode, et que ça perde son côté subversif, décalé, autre possible. J'ai pas ces peurs-là. C'est pas la quantité, c'est pas le nombre qui m'intéresse, mais c'est la qualité des relations que on travaille dans ce type de festival. Et précisément, on est des architectes sociaux et on a développé des expertises pour développer la qualité des liens que tous les participants pourront avoir entre eux. À 30, on peut être un groupe et être en colère et faire des choses. À beaucoup, on peut le faire aussi. Il ne faut pas oublier qu'il y a des tribus, des civilisations, des cultures qui se sont développées avec un grand nombre de membres. Et ce qui est important, c'est de réussir à maintenir un degré de relation entre ces membres qui est intense. Thank you. Other question?
You asked what would happen if a regional event got bigger than Black Rock City. And I think it would be fabulous for another event that's one of our events related to us gets bigger than Black Rock City. That'll be a wonderful day. And we're here to help that happen around the world.
We're not worried about competition. We never think about that. If it's like us, then it is us. There's more than enough to go around, you know.
Marianne revenait sur en fait la question originale qui était qu'est-ce qui se passe si jamais il y a un autre événement qui s'est inspiré de Burning Man et qui devient plus gros que Burning Man. Bah, c'est très bien, on serait très content. Et Larry de continuer, on n'a pas du tout peur de la compétition. Au contraire, ça fait partie de notre projet de partager et d'ouvrir à ce qu'il y ait d'autres initiatives. Question? Could you say who you are?
Hello, my name is Nicholas. I would like to think what do you think is a place of drugs or psychedelics in Burning Man?
A place of what?
A place for psychedelics and drugs?
The question is, do we think it's a place for drugs?
Yeah, or
What's the place of drugs?
what is the place of drugs? Is it good, bad? What do you think about it?
Well, it all
Why do we
depends on the
always-
user of the drugs, oftentimes.
We always get
Although not
answered
wholly.
that
There's some
question.
drugs I wouldn't recommend to anybody, but, you know. In the popular press, they say, well, everybody, look how they're acting. They're painting their bodies and they're pretending to be cows and they're dancing around. They must be on drugs. Well, that isn't really true. The majority of people aren't drugs. I have my own views about drugs. I tend to think that there are some drugs that, that I wouldn't recommend to anybody. And like method, like some drugs. And I wouldn't recommend crack, really, as a general thing. Psychedelics, well, I'm being recorded. Though I'm not aware that psychedelics have produced nearly as much mayhem and violence as alcohol, and we all know that. But I don't think they're essential to the experience. A lot of people come out and they take drugs in 100-degree heat, and only to realize that maybe you don't need them in that environment. But in a given case, I'll leave them to be the judgment of that. It's called radical self-reliance. We're defensive about it because we've been branded as as a drug culture. And for those of you who've been to it, it's not really a drug culture. It's not. And as far as selling drugs, nothing's bought or sold in Black Rock City.
La question était sur quelle est la place des drogues et des psychédéliques, des substances à Burning Man. Et Larry de répondre, je recommanderais aucune drogue, et sûrement pas du crack, aux participants de Burning Man. On est souvent associé, parce qu'on voit des gens danser, sourire, on pense qu'ils sont sous emprise de stupéfiants, alors que la plupart pas du tout. C'est vraiment, il n'y a pas de culture de consommation de drogue là-bas, même si ça peut arriver. Et consommer de la drogue dans un désert sous une chaleur de 40 degrés, c'est vraiment pas quelque chose que je recommande. Et d'ailleurs, les conditions de ce désert-là et de cette expérience-là permettent de vivre le festival dans des sensations beaucoup plus intéressantes que des drogues le permettraient. Je voudrais attirer aussi l'attention sur la consommation d'alcool, qui est génératrice de plus de violence que certaines drogues, et il faut faire aussi attention à ça. Et parfois je réponds de manière un peu défensive là-dessus parce que c'est une image qu'on nous colle ou qu'on veut nous coller alors que c'est pas la réalité du tout de ce qu'on partage.
Hello, I'm Jeremy. It will be my first time in August in Burning Man, and I just wanted to ask you, because I already like the movement and everything, but practically, what are the 3 things I should bring from France to Burning Man, or I shouldn't forget and have there? I really need.
Cheese.
I think it's better to ask.
Jeremy?
You should ask the folks what their advice would be on that.
Or even some not French stuff. Maybe okay. It was also my question, but also 3 things I really will need there. I don't know, goggles maybe, or I don't know. You tell me.
Water, a sense of humor. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to bring gifts. I think you could be a gift giver of yourself and your personality. You could be helpful. So I would bring a sense of. I would try to embody who it is you want to be.
Thank you.
Jérémy demandait c'est la première fois qu'il va aller à Burning Man en août et quelles étaient les 3 choses vraiment auxquelles il devait penser pour ses bagages. Et Marine de répondre, de l'eau, une bonne dose d'humour et aussi de se préparer à qui il avait envie d'être et de devenir. Bien sûr on peut apporter des cadeaux, mais le plus beau présent qu'on peut faire aux autres c'est d'être soi. Another set of questions? D'autres questions?
Moi j'en ai une autre si jamais.
Yes.
So, can you explain in details what are your links with like Google and Silicon Valley and like the hippie intelligentsia of California?
I didn't know there was a hippie intelligentsia, actually. It pointed out to me, I'll talk to him. In our development, historically, in the desert, in about, what was it,
1996 when we were in Wired magazine?
Yeah, 96, we made the cover of Wired magazine. And usually, magazine articles don't change anything, but that one did, because there was this whole population in Silicon Valley, and I think, I didn't understand it at first, but I think they had something in common with us. There's all these people working on the edge of a frontier, inventing a new world, and who tended, by the nature of that industry, to collaborate a lot. You know, I think, you know, the Sergey Brin and his partners started about the same time we did. We started at a garage, and I think they did too. And we both started in garages at the same time. And so they're out there on this frontier doing things that no one thought to do before. And they looked at what we were doing, and it just answered to parts of their experience. And they began piling out, depopulating Silicon Valley, and that was fine. It's not just them. There have been waves and waves and waves, but that was the biggest wave that ever hit. And it changed what we are, and some people say we're like the internet, and in some ways we are. Out there in that blank space. In other ways, I tend to say you're not going to have real community. You can smell people sweat, and you can't do that on the internet. But they were welcome just the way everyone else has been, and they've contributed a lot of creative things over the years, and they formed, you know, the culture of Black Rock City, certainly. Yes.
Okay. When was Wired cover?
November 1996.
Merci. La question était quels sont les liens que vous avez tissés avec Google et l'intelligentsia hippie? Larry ne savait pas qu'il y avait une intelligence IP. À propos des liens qu'il y a par rapport à la communauté digitale, à la Silicon Valley, à Sergey Brin ou Larry Page, les fondateurs de Google, qui vont à Burning Man depuis plusieurs années, il se trouve que cette communauté aussi travaille aux frontières d'un nouveau monde. Comme Marianne et Larry, les fondateurs de Google ont aussi commencé leur projet dans un garage. Et ils se sont rencontrés et ils se sont dit pourquoi pas venir. C'est vrai qu'il y a des points communs entre les communautés geeks digitales et les communautés des burners. Maintenant, la communauté des burners, c'est une communauté de personnes qui transpirent dans le désert. Et sur Internet, on ne transpire pas. Mais c'est vrai qu'ils ont quand même apporté pas mal de choses. Ils sont très créatifs et ils ont contribué à ce qu'est Black Rock City. Ils sont bienvenus comme tous les autres participants sont bienvenus.
I would actually add to that a little bit by saying that some people actually wonder why we have really interesting relationships with business people in Silicon Valley. And that why isn't Burning Man just the artists and the hippies and the laid back, the creatives? Why do we let people with big RVs come in? Why? And we have to change the world from every direction. And very famous and very productive businessmen have come to Burning Man and it's changed their lives. And women. But particularly, you asked about Google, and that was certainly started by two men who, their entire corporate culture is affected by Burning Man. They have Burning Man photos on the walls of their offices in Silicon Valley. And there are successful men and women who can change the course of history and business and money by taking Burning Man values and learning how to recreate it through their influence. So if we're able to be creative in the world in the ways that often many of us are here, business actually has a very creative angle. I was raised by a successful businessman, and he taught me how to be creative. He taught me to think creatively. He taught me how to solve problems creatively. He was an engineer. And I really get excited when when businessmen and women become attracted to Burning Man, because the world is very conflicted about its relationship with money. And if Burning Man can help everybody think more alike towards each other, I think we will change the way money is used in the world.
Thank you.
Oh, let's do that. That was good.
Pour ajouter à la question précédente, aussi on nous interroge sur les liens que l'équipe centrale de Burning Man peut avoir avec des entreprises à succès de la Silicon Valley. Nous, notre point de vue, c'est qu'on veut changer le monde et on veut changer tout le monde. Et de ce point de vue-là, toutes les personnes doivent aussi participer à leur propre transformation. Et on est très heureux que des patrons d'entreprise ou des patronnes d'entreprise viennent à Burning Man pour expérimenter justement d'autres possibles. Les personnes qui travaillent dans le monde de l'entreprise peuvent être très créatives, très efficaces. J'ai été moi-même formé par un businessman, par un ingénieur. Il m'a appris à être créatif, il m'a appris à faire que les choses arrivent. Et quand ces gens des entreprises viennent à Burning Man, je me réjouis qu'ils puissent expérimenter d'autres manières d'être au monde et d'être aux autres. Et je pense que notre monde, notre société souffre beaucoup de, par exemple, la conception qu'on a de l'argent, des liens marchands qui nous unissent. Et en venant à Burning Man...
Well, do you have the sustainability question?
Well, Black Rock City isn't sustainable. There are no resources there whatsoever unless someone learns how to harness the wind. So I don't mistake it for utopia or a permanent community. It's not. I don't have much of an answer for that except to say that we think that it's fair to regard the right kind of culture is the most sustainable resource that could be created, and that could be the master principle by which things might change. But
I think I can kind of actually almost answer all three of you at the same time by saying that I think sustainability is asked of us often. People point out that we burn things, people point out that we're driving cars there, you know, we're using lots of fuel, and so there's often a question about the sustainability. Are we bringing organic produce for the staff to eat? I mean, it's a fairly constant question. But I have to answer it a little bit by even pointing to the question, which is what else could be happening in the world? What do we think of groups? I feel like Burning Man is not the only solution. I feel like though we're sort of cross-platform, if you will, and that the power in change will be as all of us take what's important about Burning Man and bring it into the other parts of your world and your lives. So taking your knowledge about sustainability and helping those around you understand it, and also bring in Burning Man culture to take whatever it is, the sharing economy. We went to the We Share, learning about the sharing economy. Whatever it is that you find passionate and you find valuable, and wrapping the Burning Man principles and then wrapping the next person's together, I think we're going to make massive change happen and really excite the world faster if we're reaching into other stories and merging it with our own and making that change. I don't think it's just up to Burning Man to have all those answers.
Thank you. La question était sur la pérennité et le développement durable. Effectivement, Burning Man, c'est un festival qui est éphémère, où on construit une ville éphémère, où on va brûler un homme en bois, on va dépenser beaucoup d'énergie, d'essence, où on va venir en voiture. On nous demande aussi, est-ce que le staff a accès à de la nourriture bio? Deux éléments de réponse. Un, la question de la pérennité, on l'aborde pas qu'au niveau des ressources naturelles, mais aussi autour des ressources humaines. Les liens que l'on crée à Burning Man, ce que ça touche en nous, ce que ça touche dans notre relation à l'autre, là il y a de la pérennité et on pense qu'il y a du développement durable dans ce facteur humain. Sur l'autre question, sur l'autre approche de la consommation des ressources naturelles, Burning Man ne peut pas être la réponse à tous les problèmes. Il faut se considérer comme des plateformes reliées les unes aux autres. Il faut qu'on s'enrichisse les unes les autres. Venez apporter votre expertise en développement durable, en pérennité aux équipes de Burning Man et venez prendre de Burning Man ce qui peut aussi aider vos projets.
Surtout dans la création des... Quand on fait des projets, qu'on veut faire un projet de développement durable, si en plus on y met les 10 principes de Burning Man, c'est tout à fait compatible et c'est à chacun d'incorporer ce qu'on est avec ces principes-là pour l'offrir aux autres. Pas que au Burning Man, mais partout ailleurs.
Thank you. Do you want to add a little word before we conclude?
What is the email address that you all have people email when they're interested in knowing more about what you all are doing?
Paris at Burningman.
It's Paris at burningman.com. Paris at burningman.com. And do you have a Facebook page? French Burners. And do you have a website? Or is that it? FrenchBurners.com. So those of you that have .org.
Il y a les deux. Ça marche aussi.
Both.
French Burners something. Org or com. It goes to both. So those of you that didn't already know this group or aren't already dialed in, or if you need to tell your friends, please. To me, that's the value for me to come like we have here, is to not only meet you all, but to give you the spirit to tell two friends and to keep people really engaged and to build your community and gather others together as often as you can and use the Burning Man principles to really enjoy your lives.
Thank you. Vous pouvez trouver d'autres informations sur frenchburner.org, la page Facebook Frenchburner, l'adresse paris@burningman.com. Continuez à faire vivre Burning Man ici, continuez à prendre du plaisir à ça et à faire grandir votre communauté en restant engagé.
And Jen, this is Jen Sander right here, who came from, if you'd stand up and wave to everybody. She's actually from Vancouver, she's Canadian, and she's part of our crew. And this is Miss Kelly right here, who's also part of our crew. She came from San Francisco. The four of us, Larry and I are actually speaking in Lyon at a conference, and we're doing sort of storytelling around festivals, I think. And so Kelly and Jen have come with us, so that our adventure is even more enjoyable. If it was just the two of us, it'd be hard. But what we have are some stickers and some buttons. And so if you'll find any one of the girls, so that we're not all coming to one person, but as we go off, we're going out and have more of a cocktail, right? So each of the three of us will grab a couple of little things and we'll hold on to them so you come and get them. I don't like putting them out because if I put them out, then they disappear. Not everybody gets to have some. And that way we get to say hi and shake your hand and give you a hug.
Thank you. J'ai le plaisir également de vous introduire deux autres membres de l'équipe, Jane et Kelly, qui seront aussi là pendant le cocktail pour répondre à vos questions. Et on a des badges et des autocollants. On sera très heureux de pouvoir les partager avec vous. On ne peut pas les laisser sur une table parce que sur une table ça part et on ne peut pas en profiter. Là on a envie de vous les donner personnellement et en échange on sera très heureux que vous nous huggiez. So have a good cocktail and big hugs.
One more small thing I forgot, Jen reminded me. If you travel around the world or to the United States, there are 160 different groups around the world, including Japan, including New Zealand, and you can go to our website, which says regionals.burningman.com, and there's a map, and you can pick where you're going, and you'll find burners there. And there are events, and every group has a page. So as you travel, you can go find others to get excited to visit. So make sure you use that. Czech Republic has a regional, Belgium, Holland, Swiss, yes. Last week was Belgium. There's something happening in Barcelona next weekend, so please look for other burners when you travel.
N'oubliez pas qu'il y a 160 comités locaux de burners et donc quand vous voyagez en dehors de vos frontières, vous pouvez aussi vous connecter à cette communauté. Il y en a un peu partout dans le monde, en République tchèque, la semaine prochaine quelque chose à Barcelone. Continuez à tisser du lien avec cette communauté mondiale. Merci beaucoup.